Tashtilik, you're watching Tibet This Week, a weekly edition of Tibettv on His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the Central Tibetan Administration and Tibet. Today's headlines. The budget session of the 17th Parliament-in-Exile begins. Election Commission shortlists top candidates for the final elections of the 18th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile. The 3rd Tibetan Digital Library Consortium conference concludes in Dharamshala. Sikyong highlights heritage preservation amid China's ethnic unity law. Tibetan leadership meets US-China Economic and Security Review Commission and Australia-Tibet Council's Tibet Solidarity Tour. Dhondup Gyalpo assumes charge as the representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama in South Africa. Ngoenga School for Tibetan Children with Special Needs observes its 26th founding anniversary. Weekly Lookout Year of Compassion. The budget session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile for the fiscal year 2026 to 2027 commenced on Monday this week, with Speaker 𝑻𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕 𝑻𝒉𝒊𝒔 announcing the opening of the session. In his opening remarks, the Speaker reflected on the vision and tireless efforts of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama and the elder Tibetan generations in exile and expressed gratitude to the government and people of India as well as international supporters for enabling Tibetans to preserve their language, culture and religion for over 6 decades in exile. The Speaker also raised concerns over recent legislative developments in China, particularly policies promoting so-called ethnic unity and sinicization which threaten Tibetan language identity and religious practices. During the session, an obituary motion was tabled in honor of 𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕 𝑻𝒉𝒊𝒔 the younger brother of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, who passed away on 17th February 2026. Sikyong 𝒃𝒆𝒃, the incumbent Kalun for Department of Finance, presented the Central Tibetan Administration's proposed budget of Rs 3,407.42 million for the fiscal year 2026 to 2027. This was followed by the presentation of the Budget Estimate Committee's report and the department-wise discussion and sanction of the budget. The Election Commission of the Central Tibetan Administration announced the shortlisted candidates for the elections to the 18th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile. The campaign activities by candidates and their supporters will begin on 18th March 2026 and end at 5 p.m. on 23rd April 2026 as stipulated under Article 24(7)(b). The Election Commission stated that the biographies of the shortlisted candidates are available on its official website tibetanelection.net and urged all eligible Tibetans, particularly Tibetan youth, to participate in the final elections. The 3rd Consortium Conference of the Tibetan Digital Library, organized by the Department of Religion and Culture, successfully concluded at the Administrative and Welfare Society in Dharamshala. Sikyong 𝒃𝒆𝒃𝒆𝒃, the incumbent Kalun of the Department of Religion and Culture, delivered the keynote address, highlighting the utmost importance of completing the project to preserve the rich heritage of Tibetan religious and cultural heritage with China's recent approval of new legislation in Tibet on the so-called ethnic unity, which aims to accelerate the assimilation and sinicization of ethnic minorities in China.
ethnic unity Islamni 미리 참두인세야지 더 팀지 락달 치야다 고주 사버와 변하는 이면 땅 아주 신기해요. 덴도 랍다네 쟤네 망보지 고주 다 팀랑 거 토네 마수요 연세 마음바 콜라고지 창구 요바이네 다 팀기라고 창사 요치기 내법지 소연디 다 비비 미리시야디 순서를 말베시야 베베기 딘네사르 네사마리 라 베베기 나슈디 네사르 네사마리.
Despite the recent fluctuations of financial support for the project, Sikyong expressed optimism for financial regeneration. He emphasized that all stakeholders remain deeply committed to the project and encouraged the participants to pass on the knowledge and skills they gained from the training to their peers and other staff members to ensure the continuity and sustainability of the project for the greater benefit of humanity. The two-day conference brought together 54 participants representing 49 Tibetan monasteries and cultural institutions affiliated with the Tibetan Digital Library project. In Switzerland, the Swiss Parliamentary Group for Tibet convened a meeting during the spring session of the Federal Assembly. Chaired by Member of Parliament Fabian Molina, the meeting was attended by several parliamentarians and Tibetan representatives. The discussions focused on worsening human rights situation in Tibet and the implications of China's new so-called Ethnic Unity and Progress Law, which participants said poses a serious threat to Tibetan language and culture. Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tempel, Sikyong Pempa and the Deputy Speaker Dolma Tsiring Tekang met with members of Australia-Tibet Council's Tibet Solidarity Tour. In their separate meetings, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker briefed the guests on the structure of Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile and the budget allocation of the Central Tibetan Administration, while drawing attention to the ongoing concerns regarding policies of Sinicization implemented by People's Republic of China that target Tibetan language, culture and religion, alongside continuing restrictions on fundamental freedoms and human rights violations inside Tibet. Sikyong Pempa met the team at Kashak Secretariat, where Sikyong expressed appreciation to the Australian government for supporting Tibetan refugees, including former political prisoners, through humanitarian visa pathways. The Secretary of Department of Information and International Relations, along with its additional secretaries, held separate meetings and reception with delegation from the United States China Economic and Security Review Commission. Dhondup Gyalpo formally assumed charge as the new representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama at the Office of Tibet in South Africa. He took over the responsibilities from Cultural Officer Khenpo Jamyang Gombo in a virtual ceremony in presence of Ringzin Chödön Genkang, representative of Office of Tibet, Brussels. Since the year 2000, Dhondup Gyalpo has served CTA under various positions. He served as the Secretary at the Office of Tibet in Taipei and most recently as Secretary at the Bureau of His Holiness the Dalai Lama in New Delhi. The Ngoenga School for Tibetan Children with Special Needs in Dehradun celebrated its 26th founding anniversary. The school director Tashi Kunzom expressed her heartfelt gratitude to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the Department of Health and various sponsors for their unwavering support and assistance in empowering the school to pursue its mission. Ngoenga School is the one and only kind of special school for Tibetan community in exile, directly run and managed by Tibetan Voluntary Health Association through the Department of Health Central Tibetan Administration. It renders rehabilitation and residential center catering mainly to the young physically and mentally challenged Tibetan refugees staying in India, Nepal and Bhutan and from Tibet. In the year 1997, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama expressed his benevolent desire to establish a school for Tibetan children with special needs. The Department of Health, with the seed money from His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Sikyong Tibetan Medical and Astro Institute, established Ngoenga School for Tibetan children with special needs with 26 students. The school's name, Ngoenga, meaning extremely happy or joyous with sight, was conferred by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Today, Ngoenga School looks after 50 students with ranges of disabilities from autism, dyslexia, epilepsy, polio, Down syndrome and cerebral palsy who attend their daily classes as well. As part of the Year of Compassion initiative, the His Holiness the Dalai Lama Charitable Trust extended support to local institutions in Dharamshala. Educational materials were distributed to students at Tonglen Charitable Trust School, benefiting around 2,000 students. Meanwhile, the Harmony Day Center for Differently Abled Children received books, sports equipment and creative learning materials. Additional support included vocational training supplies such as wax and molds for candle making, benefiting students' skill development. This initiative reflects ongoing efforts inspired by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama to promote education, compassion and community welfare. In Japan, Tibet House Japan and local Sangha groups organized sakura tree plantation events across multiple regions to mark the Year of Compassion. A key event was held in Nagano, where monks and nuns and supporters gathered for prayers and tree planting. The ceremony included recitations, moments of silence, and messages promoting peace, compassion, and non-violence. The event also commemorated the anniversary of Japan's 2011 earthquake, linking remembrance with prayers for global peace. Participants planted sakura trees as symbols of compassion and hope, while exhibitions and publications share His Holiness's teachings with the wider public. That is all for today's edition. See you in the next edition of Tibet This Week. Thank you.